It's 5 o'clock and 64 degrees. Happy Friday to you. I'm Sebastian Kunz. Quake news, weather, and traffic. President Bush has a trip to California on his agenda. The Vice President just finished up a trip to the Bay Area. Details on those stories coming up after we check Quake traffic from the Cron 4 Morning News Traffic Center. This report is brought to you by Mattress Discounters. Looking at the traffic screen here, accident in Milpitas still blocking the middle lane, 680 northbound from Calaveras Boulevard. Scott Creek Road is where the accident is. MacArthur Maze, an accident 80 eastbound from 580 to North Texas Street. It's off to the right-hand shoulder before the Carquinez Bridge Toll Plaza. A large trash bag in Oakland, Highway 13 southbound at Joaquin Miller Road. And we do have a camper shell now blocking traffic in Milpitas. The two middle lanes, 880 southbound before Calaveras Street. The metering lights are on the Bay Bridge now, and traffic is stop and go between the Toll Plaza and Folsom Street. Don't miss Mattress Discounters' free box spring sale. Right now, when you purchase any select Sealy or Simmons mattress at our everyday low price, you'll get the matching box spring absolutely free. Plus, on approved credit, you will sleep free for an entire year. Mattress Discounters, have a good night's sleep for less. 1 minute past the hour right now. Here's a look at what's happening on 960 The Quake. The president's going to be in NorCal next month campaigning for a couple of Republican congressmen. George W. Bush doing a fundraising breakfast for Tracy's Richard Pombo, congressman, and a lunch later that day for Rockland's John Doolittle, that is, whose friendships with former Majority Leader Tom DeLay and convicted GOP lobbyist Jack Abramoff have provided some fodder for Doolittle's Democratic opponent, named Charlie Brown. Today, President Bush told reporters in a press conference his politics don't dictate his war policy.
Farms is the largest seller of organic produce in the U.S. Patty Roberts with the State Health Department is urging people to go through your crisper drawers and toss out all prepackaged spinach.
Bush also said the hunt for Osama bin Laden continues intelligently. Vice President Dick Cheney, by the way, was in Silicon Valley rather briefly for fundraising purposes today. He flew up from L.A., landed at Moffett Field in Mountain View, and spoke at Menlo Park, where a reception was going on for the Republican National Committee. He was here for just over an hour, flew back out, Moffett Field there just that quick. The numbers keep growing now. Nearly 100 sick people have been connected to E. coli-tainted fresh spinach. Federal health officials in the past hour have linked the E. coli outbreak to spinach products from Natural Selection Foods, a brand of Earthbound Farms based in San Juan Bautista here in California. As many as a third of the sickness cases are in Wisconsin, but California has at least one, says Patty Roberts with the State Health Department.
Time to print all the material up on this that they need to, and it will make it an infraction to use a handheld cell phone while driving, except when making a 911 call. California becoming the fourth state in the country to put a law like this into effect. A number of Hewlett-Packard higher-ups are being called on the congressional carpet.
Even washing the icky spinach is not good enough, says the FDA. Early tests show it's probably the same strain of bacteria responsible for the outbreak in all the affected states. So is the cell phone hands-free law, just signed into law today, really based on real science or not? We'll have answers to that question coming up after this on your Quake Kicker right here on 960 The Quake. Quake Kicker this hour involves today's signing of the hands-free cell phone law. It brings up an interesting scientific question. Is there really a difference between cell phone use with and without a headset? The science is actually mixed. There are studies supporting both sides. CHP statistics from a couple of years ago say cell phone use is the top cause of accidents triggered by distracted drivers. It doesn't specify if it's with or without a headset. There are also studies that show the so-called inattention blindness phenomenon is just as bad with or without a hands-free device. Either way, the law goes into effect in just under 2 years, July of 2008. Giving us some time to invest in some of that Bluetooth technology. 5 minutes past the hour right now. Randy Rhodes continues. Next, we'll take a look at the weather, Quake weather, right after this. That's okay. I like it tight, man. Quake weather beautiful this weekend. Tonight, lows in the 40s to near 50 degrees. Highs this weekend, upper 70s coast side. Inland, looking at mid-80s. Right now, Concord 71, 70 in San Jose. Santa Rosa 72 here in San Francisco at 960. The Quake, it's 64 degrees. I'm Sebastian Kunz. That's what's happening in the Bay Area. Now, back to Randy Rhodes on San Francisco's progressive talk station, 960. The Quake.